Hey everyone, it's Justin from AppSlice, and today I'm going to be talking to you about my 5 biggest annoyances with Mac OS X Lion. Now, I don't want to sound too pessimistic, but I'm also going to be making a more optimistic video on my top 5 favorite things about Mac OS X Lion. Anyway, but today I'm going to be talking to you about the things that kind of get on my nerves. So the first thing is kind of a big one for a lot of people, and for some people it might not be, is the omission of Rosetta. If you have been following the kind of Apple's transition to Intel processors over the last 5 years, you'll know what Rosetta is. It was basically a tool which let you run PowerPC applications natively on Intel machines. Back in the day, Apple used to run PowerPC processors on all their machines, and then they switched over to Intel and invented Rosetta so that you don't have to, that developers didn't have to completely rewrite their apps, or so people would be able to use their apps while they were being rewritten for Intel machines. Right now, there isn't a lot of reason to have Rosetta. Not too many apps are specifically for PowerPC for PowerPC processors, but some still are. For example, the apps that are out of development. There are a lot of really cool apps that aren't in development anymore for whatever reason, and now people that use those apps can't run them online, which is a shame. Probably in the future somebody will come out with something similar, but it's still not going to be the exact same, and I'm kind of disappointed that Apple would do that to their customers. In my opinion, there's nothing really that hard about keeping Rosetta in the system, so it's kind of a bummer. But on the flip side, I mean, a lot of apps already are coded for Intel processors, and pretty much every one of them should be. And I mean, you need to move forward at some point, but I think Apple should wait till their next operating system to do that. Anyway, next is kind of a very nitpicky one, but something I think would be kind of cool to add. Now, I really like Mission Control. I like how it kind of integrates the dashboard and an expose and spaces and all that, and you can get to it with gestures and everything, and all the animation in it are really cool. Let's say you want to move this application, this Chrome window, into this desktop. You can do that just fine, and as you can see, it does this really cool shrink and puts it there, and as you're picking it up, it kind of pops this other thing, or this other space over here, so you can add spaces as you want, and it does really cool animation and it looks really nice. And I can also drag I believe I can also drag apps out of it and put it in other desktops, and that's just great. The problem is you can't organize these desktops to your liking. If I want to move desktop 1 over here, for example, I can't do that. If I want to move these full screen apps over here, I can't. And the only reason I say this is mainly because I like to use gestures without going into Mission Control. I like to be able to swipe over to my mail, and I like to be able to swipe over to my iTunes. And sometimes I like that in a specific order. So maybe I want this space, then I want iTunes, then I want another space, then I want mail. Well, you can't really do that, and that's kind of disconcerting. They should let you do this however you want and actually let you put dashboard anywhere. So that's something I think that they probably will fix, but if not, they really should. And also with applications. Now, that's not a huge deal for me, but I would like to be able to move this over here if I wanted, or this over here. And it looks like it's it's going to do that, and then it doesn't. It actually kind of does like a little U-turn. If you kind of move it over here, it actually like flies behind the other windows and kind of pops back. So I don't understand why they don't have that enabled. Alright, so next I want to talk about AirDrop limitations. Now, if you don't know what AirDrop is a really simple way of sharing files between yourself and other Macs, which is great, and I think Apple's really brought something cool up, for people that have multiple Macs in their house or their school network, or anything like that, work network. But unfortunately, it might be a little bit too simple. Apple's all about simplification. Basically what AirDrop is just sharing between different computers on your network, and you can do that very easily just from going on this sidebar, or going, into, your computer, whatever, it doesn't matter. You can get to it through your network here and then do that. But unfortunately, I think Apple is going to a little bit too simple routes. So right here I can, let's say, share with another computer, if there was another computer there to share with. But unfortunately for me, there's only one Mac in my house, so this AirDrop functionality is completely useless. And I think that's kind of a shame, because I know people that have Macs, and I would absolutely love to be able to share with my friend just by dragging in this AirDrop folder kind of thing. I think that'd be really cool. Unfortunately for Apple, that's a little bit too simple. they think that you should have absolutely no configuration, which I think is fine. I think that it should have no configuration for people that want simple sharing, within their network, but that they should also have a configuration up here in the Finder preferences to be able to send to somebody that isn't on your personal network. And I think Apple could really do a very cool thing and kind of kick Dropbox out of the game if they wanted to, and let you share between Macs. I wouldn't use, if this was around, I wouldn't use Dropbox anymore, for people that have Macs. I would just, do that because it's really simple and it has push notifications on the other person's computer and it's really cool. I just think that they should open it up to letting people over the internet be able to share with you. Obviously you would have to configure who you want to share with, but I think that's a really cool idea if they would implement it. Anyway, that's enough with my rant on AirDrop. And last but not least, I'm going to be talking about something kind of big, and I talked about this in a previous video. I called it a bug, but it's actually not a bug. It's just kind of Apple being Apple. Apple is a huge fan of app stores. They first had their iOS app store, and now they have their Mac app store. A lot of people are happy about the Mac app store, and a lot of people are kind of worried, and I think this should give them a little bit more to worry about. The Mac app store is great. It lets you go just to one simplified place on your computer, and on the internet for that matter, download an app, purchase an app, whatever you're doing, and have it fly right in your Launchpad, and you have a licensed copy and you can download on any of your computers. It's cool, and it'll auto-update and everything, and it's a really nice idea. The problem is, I believe Apple is trying to push you away from downloading apps from third-party places, which is kind of a red flag. Now, of course, Apple is kind of strict with what they let in their app stores. So, not all apps that you find out there on the internet are going to be available in the Mac App Store. And you might already have apps that you've paid for and stuff, or just downloaded somewhere else that you don't want to have to re-download from the Mac App Store. And that's perfectly acceptable. You shouldn't have to. And the problem is they are kind of showing that they don't want you to download anything from third-party sources. Look at this. Let's say I want to delete a Mac app, an app from the Mac App Store from my computer. What I have to do is just click and hold, and it'll go into jiggly mode, or you can just do the same thing by doing Control and Option at the same time. But anyway, it'll put them into jiggly mode, and just like in iOS, you can press the X button and delete it, and it's perfectly seamless. The problem is it doesn't delete the exact same way that that apps that are downloaded from other than the Mac App Store delete from your computer. What do I mean? Well, with any other app, if you want to delete it, all you have to do is go in the Applications folder. You have to go to an app that you don't want to use anymore, so let's find one that I don't really care about right now. This one. We'll throw it in the trash, and it's deleted from the computer. Now, obviously, it's still in the trash, and I would still need to empty the trash. I'm actually not going to delete this because I want it. But it doesn't exactly work the same with Launchpad. I mean, it does. It still deletes the app from your computer, but it actually empties the trash as it deletes it, so you can't get it back, and it's not the same. So it doesn't allow you to delete apps not purchased from the Mac App Store, which is ridiculous. I'm sorry. It basically does the same thing, deletes the app from your computer. So why couldn't they just put a little X in the corner that would delete these apps the same as they delete those apps? It doesn't make any sense. The only conceivable thing I can think of is that Apple doesn't want you to buy apps from other sources. And they're abusing their power is what it is, and I think it's really asinine. They really need to fix this because, I don't know, maybe I'm just overreacting here, but I just think it's ridiculously stupid, and they really need to fix it. Anyway, that's enough of my rants. I really do like macOS 10 and Lion. I really do. I don't want to badmouth it too much, but I did want to share with you guys some stuff that you should consider if you are going to be downloading and installing Lion. Anyway, thanks for watching. Be sure to thumbs up this video if you like it, comment down below, and subscribe if you want to. And by the way, if you want to follow me on Google+, I have officially gotten Google+ now. You can check the link below and hear what I have to say about life and stuff. And you can also follow me on Twitter also if you want to hear about life and stuff, @JustinLMT. Anyway guys, see you later.